Alright, let's go over this one more time. Hello there, Wildy here, and welcome to my channel. It's been a while since I've posted absolutely anything, let alone another intro. So I figured, you know what? Why not go through this again? I'm gonna be honest here. The gameplay footage is simply because I didn't want to animate an entire thing for another intro. I figured with how quickly I tend to not like how these turn out, it might just be better for me to do this instead. Hopefully this means this one lasts longer than the others, but who knows. Anyway, as for my upload schedule, or at least what I hope it's gonna be, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for one video per month. But between college and my extensive level of distraction, I'm not too sure entirely how feasible that's gonna be. Gonna try anyway, though. I have a couple videos planned for later this month, as well as one for March and another for April, but I'm not too sure exactly how the rest of the year is gonna pan out. Besides, none of the videos I have planned yet are done yet, exactly. As for the types of videos I'm planning on making, right now I'm currently thinking about speed paints and animations. But I might do other things, such as gameplay and maybe music. I'm not gonna limit myself to anything, really. After all, limitation is for the weak. Screw the algorithm, I'm gonna do my own thing. Now, if you want, I'm gonna have the rest of the gameplay just on in the background while I ramble about nothing. So, have fun, I guess. This game is called Euphoria, and it's a fun little game that I found completely on accident a few years back. I don't remember much about how I found it, but this is a game from my dad's Steam library that I found I really enjoyed. I think if I remember correctly, it was also on a tablet, so that might have been where I found it. Either way, very, very fun game that I've gotten somewhat good at. I haven't lost in the recent times I've played it. I have had to restart due to unfortunate luck or inevitable failures. But aside from that, yeah. I'm not sure if anyone's really following what the gameplay here is. But yeah, a fun little game where your goal is to conquer all the asteroids in the belt through the power of flowers and lasers. Pretty simple concept, but you have so many more mechanics that, due to the game mode I was playing at the time, may get some people lost. There's trees that grow your little laser flowers. There are actual laser flowers that you can get. And then there are the explosive trees that I tend to save for only the ones that I don't want to spam the flower seedlings on. I tend to zoom in and out a lot in this game because I like getting up close and then looking back to see the big picture so I'm not missing anything. That's why I haven't sped up this game footage. because doing that will just give someone a headache. I know that for a fact. But yeah, the goal of the game is simple. How you go about it may differ, though. What I tend to do is I tend to wait and amass way too many seedlings and just ambush everything in my... and obliterate everything in my path. It's not actually that hard to do, either. In this one, I was using these terraform trees, which are... well, as you can see here, what they do is they improve the stats of the asteroid. You have energy, which is basically both your health and your firepower in terms of conquering other asteroids. Your strength is your firepower in terms of how much you gun down your opponents. And speed is just that. Speed is speed. That's actually the stat I go for the least, but it is definitely helpful, especially in certain levels. The game mode this gameplay is Dark Matter mode, which is basically the challenge mode. Enemies are harder, and I don't know what else. It's actually not that hard for me. I think that's mostly because I have unlocked absolutely everything, because this requires you to have finished story mode first. And maybe because my overkill strategy is a thing. And yeah, I don't usually use terraform trees, and that's because just the just the 500 or so seedlings I throw at someone is enough to obliterate them in record time, really. But here I've decided to use them anyway because, you know, if I'm going to do the challenge mode, I might as well just make these things as beefy as possible. And it works. I barely had to get 100 to make sure that everything got conquered very quickly. I think what would have made this challenge mode harder, let me preface this with, this is only like the third level of the challenge mode. So this may very well be the case later on. But I think something that would make this game mode hard is actually improving the I guess the AI of the opponents. Now, the Greys have a strategy all of their own, which is just conquer and don't grow, which does not turn out well for them, especially when they're facing me. But then there are other seedling groups that you have to deal with. And with those, they can grow their own trees and stuff, and their own flowers, and their own enhanced seedlings. But they never touch the terraform trees. And I'm wondering why that is. Because if they had that, then it really would take me with 500 seedlings to beat that. As you can see here, it's a very slow crawl. I'm fully taking advantage of the fact that none of the Greys have really approached me. And it takes until now for me to even think about really conquering that middle asteroid. But once I get that, it's over for them, because that is the choke point. Once I hit that, that is the only place I really need to defend. Which means I can pool all my resources aside from 30 on that one asteroid, into attacking. And that is where everything they have made falls apart. I realize I said I was talking about nothing. I am just rambling about this game. I'm not complaining. I'm just rambling about this game, though. Oh look, there's a single gray scout. Oh look, there's green. This is what I mean by other seedling groups. These guys were very weak though, and I'm pretty sure those were one of maybe 2 asteroids that I saw with their colors. The rest was just gray. And grays are all pillage, no grow. Which makes them very easy opponents once you've taken them out. Once you have taken over their main growth asteroids, they're done for. It's just you hunting down their last remaining pockets. Very fun game, do recommend. Requires a bit of strategy and not being an idiot, but I digress. I'm doing well enough, you will do just fine. There we go. Choke point secured. All that's left to do is wait until victory is assured. You know what's really funny? It is just a little bit past midnight for me. I was planning on uploading this video at midnight, but I've decided against it. I am uploading it a bit later. Only my friends who actually know my time zone will ever know what time I upload. It might be obvious, but who cares? If this seems a lot more scuffed, this audio, it is entirely because I didn't quite script the earlier bits, but I kept doing them. I broke them down into usually 30-second parts, and then I did them over and over again until it didn't turn out bad. Like, there are some things I could still do better, but I may be a perfectionist, but I'm not stupid. I know it would take another hour, and it's late. I'm tired. So yeah, I'm just letting this all be. Watching myself play a silly video game that I like. Wonder if they'd make a second one. Like, I'm not sure where they could go with the premise after this. Maybe I'll play the story mode just to show you all. Because the way it is right now, it's just all of this. Like, you don't know the story behind some of the things that have to happen in this. Aside from the story, it's a pretty simple game. And story's fairly simple too. It's just very interesting. I'm not gonna spoil anything, although I am tempted to talk about it. So, yeah. It is still taking a while for me to just take down everything. But to be fair, rushing myself would not do much. Except maybe make this faster. I definitely got more aware of time here, because this was originally meant just to use as background for the video. And I ended up with several minutes of just extra space. Oh well, it's not like it turned out bad. It's just a funny game, and I've almost claimed victory, so wasn't that slow. I'm pretty sure there was a level that I took an hour on, just trying to figure out, or you know, growing my army of way too many seedlings. There we go.